it's me, Pete Smith, retired firefighter, songwriter, actor. So the third thing I want to talk about that I learned having this fire at my house is as firefighters, it would kind of be beneficial to be careful how we talk to whoever may be on the scene as far as the public. Because it could be the homeowner, it could be the person that just came out of that building. You know, one minute they were watching TV or sitting down having dinner, and the next minute they're out in the freezing cold watching their house burn or whatever, you know. So I think it's good for us as firefighters to remember you don't know who that person is, what they've just been through. For example, at the fire that I had at my house, you know, I was waiting and waiting for the fire department to show up and trying to do what I could to let them know where the fire was and make sure they had access to the fire. And it's my house, you know. It's my house, my property inside. But I had a police officer on scene that he nearly threw me down the stairs, literally, because I was trying to stay with the house as long as possible until they showed up, the fire department, I mean, and he wanted me out. I understand his point. He was trying to keep me safe, but at the same time, he grabbed me and nearly threw me down the stairs from the back second floor porch. Excuse me. And I didn't appreciate that, you know. And then also later on, like as the fire was pretty much out, one of the captains or somebody inside came out and said to me, you know, hey, come on inside. We want you to tell us where you want things, you know, like what you want covered or what you want us to try and get out of the house before it gets damaged by the water. And I really appreciated that. So I went inside. You know, it was hard to tell him anything. You know, it's just so chaotic. You got like 15 firemen walking around there in your place, you know, trying to help you by covering things with tarps. But at the same time, it's a lot of guys in a small area and bumping into things and, you know, going through all your stuff and trying to save stuff. And would have been better with fewer people in there. But as I was coming out of the house, a fireman was going in, and he starts saying to me, "Sir, you got to get out of the house. You got to get out of the house right now." And I'm like, don't talk to me like that, because not only am I the owner, and this is my house and my contents, and I understand it's, you know, it's the fire department's scene at that point. They have a right to take over and keep everybody safe and keep people out. But this guy didn't know that they had just invited me in to look at my stuff and try and save some of my stuff. So as I'm coming out, he's like acting like I'm trespassing, you know, and telling me to get out. And he didn't know, you know, he didn't know that they had invited me in. So, yeah, I give him that benefit of the doubt, but it got me really upset. And then it happened again a little bit later on. So I just think, you know, there's a certain thing that happens as firefighters and police and emergency responders, along with the adrenaline, is this feeling of authority, like you're in charge and this place belongs to you now. And it does, temporarily, but it's just temporarily. And I think it's good to keep in mind that that person that's going through that emergency right then, that owns that house and owns that contents, they may have their blood, sweat, and tears in that place. They may have had that place for 30 years, you don't know, and really worked hard to make it what it is today. And you can't just treat them like they're some kind of trespasser, you know? You got to treat them with a little bit of I don't know, respect and compassion that, that at the end of the scene, at the end of the event, as a firefighter or a police officer, you're going to walk away and you're going to go home and you're going to turn that scene back over to whoever, the homeowner or the business owner, the tenants maybe. And you're going to leave, and then they're going to be left with it again. So you're there, you're in charge, but it's temporary. So I think there's a certain amount of respect and compassion that needs to be, like you're standing outside watching the place burn. And, you could be the firefighters could be joking around with each other because, that's just the way it is. It's a tense situation, and laughter and joking around sometimes relieves a lot of tension. There's a lot of adrenaline, like I keep saying. So you might be joking around with each other about whatever. It could be about the property, it could be about the house or the contents or whatever. But you got to be careful because you don't know, that tenant or that owner could be standing right next to you and listening to what you're saying. And, even though things could be funny or, we grow that thick skin, we still should be aware to kind of be careful what you're saying, what you're doing in public, as well as inside. You never know who's there, or who they are. You don't know. This might be their life. This might be the stuff that they've saved for their whole life that they're watching just sort of like disintegrate before their eyes. So that's all. That's point number 3. Okay. Talk to you soon.